best second place sides go into a draw, and they will play against each other in a mini league, and then there's an intercontinental final as well to determine which side is going to go through, and it's all a little bit convoluted to get into that stage, and I'm sure Ghana and Mali will both want to try and prevent that from happening. Bright start from the Malian side. One can understand that, playing away from home. They'll want to make things count, and we'll go through the remaining matches as we progress through this broadcast for both Mali and Ghana, and for that matter Madagascar and Comoros as well, because the group is so tight that one win, one draw, one loss anywhere could prove crucial. And just how important, Coach Farouk, are those 2 points that Ghana dropped against Chad just last week?
Well, it's absolutely important for Ghana to try and reinvent themselves as far as getting all 3 points. I think, Kevin, what they've done is they've realized that taking the foot off the pedal
To be perfectly honest, and nearly got himself in trouble straight away here with the ball being played back to Asari. Mohamed Salisu have to dribble himself away from that danger zone. The man in your picture, Gideon Mensah, the 27-year-old who's based in France with Auxerre. A lot of work to do on the left fullback position for Ghana today.
Denies each other time and space on the ball. It's going to be a game of a tactical masterpiece, I suppose, from the coaches, but it's the players that are going to ensure that they get that important win. And as you see there, I mean, they're going to fight for every 1v1 situation. They're going to look to dominate that midfield. We know how important it has been in the past. I think Partey and Salisu coming into that midfield, very important to support the likes of Ayu, Semenyo and Jiku up front. You mentioned Jiku is a newcomer to this level of football.
Jiku's played 32 times. Kwasi Sibo, though, from Oviedo in Spain.
Kwasi Sibo, yes.
He's a debut cap today. We'll see how he gets on as far as this match is concerned.
Well, it's interesting to see the battle in the midfield between Kalibali and Dien. That's going to be interesting to see how they come up against Partey and Salisu. Kalibali and Dien. That's going to be the interesting one there.
One of the 4 changes that was made by Coach Otto Addo coming into this encounter, and earning his 19th cap, the 26-year-old.
Guys, link is pinned in the comment. Click there to watch live. Click the pinned comment That's where the real live is. Live is running on the pinned link. Check it out now. Don't watch here. Click the pinned link for full match. Pinned comment, guys. Go there and watch the full game. Click the pinned link and enjoy the live match. For HD stream, hit the pinned comment now. New viewers, check the pinned comment. Match is live there. Guys, link is pinned in the comment. Click there to watch live. Click the pinned comment. That's where the real live is. Live is running on the pinned link. Check it out now. Don't watch here. Click the pinned link for full match. Pinned comment, guys. Go there and watch the full game. Click the pinned link and enjoy the live match. For HD stream, hit the pinned comment now. New viewers, check the pinned comment. Match is live there. Guys, link is pinned in the comment. Click there to watch live. Click the pinned comment. That's where the real live is. Live is running on the pinned link. Check it out now. Don't watch here. Click the pinned link for full match. Pinned comment, guys. Go there and watch the full game. Click the pinned link and enjoy the live match. For HD stream, hit the pinned comment now. New viewers, check the pinned comment. Match is live there. Guys, link is pinned in the comment. Click there to watch live. Click the
Gemeinsam mit Koulibaly da auf der Seite. Da können sie sich noch befreien mit ein bisschen Platz. Aber Tempo wird direkt wieder verschleppt, geht in den kontrollierten Aufbau. Jerenki, 19 Jahre jung, macht heute sein 4. Länderspiel. Der Mann aus Matchday in Dänemark. Einer, dem diese offensivere Außenverteidigerrolle heute auch liegen könnte. In Dänemark in 7 Spielen auch schon einen Treffer erzielt. 2 Tore vorgelegt, also durchaus einer mit Offensivpotenzial, dass er natürlich mit 3 Mann im Rücken etwas besser ausspielen kann. Kommt den direkt noch einmal. Na jo. Kein Foulspiel. Kann sich gut aufdrehen da. Aliou Dieng wird dann allerdings nicht gefährlich. Fofana. Salim Diakité. Fode Doucouré, der schiebt wirklich nochmal weiter nach vorne. Der gibt fast schon einen Rechtsaußen. Also, wie vorhin schon erwähnt, die Rolle, die er auch im Verein spielt, bei Le Havre.
Trying to play kick. It'll be interesting to see just who takes ownership of this one. It's crying out for a left foot, isn't it? Benjamin Asare doing his best to organise his walk.
To watch the match, enter the link in the comment. To watch the match, enter the link in the comment. To watch the match, enter the link in the comment. To watch the match, enter the link in the comment. To watch the match, enter the link in the comment. To watch the match, enter the link in the comment. To watch the match, enter the link in the comment. To watch the match, enter the link in the comment.
It's like Dante as well.
To watch
Dante
the match, enter the link in the comment.
Doumbia on the volley.
To watch the match, enter the link in the comment. To watch the match, enter the link in the comment.
Nicely
To
played out
watch
to
the match,
Semenyo.
enter the
Semenyo
link in
holding
the
the ball
comment.
up. Now goes
To
the
watch the
crossfield
match,
ball.
enter the link in the
Brilliant ball
comment.
from Semenyo.
To
The
watch
keeper
the
off
match,
his
enter
line.
the link in the comment.
Kudus cuts
To watch the
inside.
match, enter the
And
link in the comment.
Return pass does not
To
quite
watch the
going
match, enter the link in the comment.
where it wanted to go. 6
To
yellow
watch the
shirts up
match,
here
enter the
already,
link
though.
in the comment. To watch the match, enter the link in the comment. To watch the match, enter the link in the comment. To watch the match,
Wonderful
enter the
piece of
link in
play
the
from
comment.
Semenyo.
To watch the
Holding the
match,
ball
enter
up
the
and
link.
spotting. A stupendous pass there.
Click link in pin
Cross
comment.
field to the right.
Click link in pin comment.
And the foul
Click
goes
link in
against
pin
Thomas
comment.
Partey.
Click link in pin comment. 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 Click link in pin
Thomas Partey
comment.
could be in trouble here.
Click link in pin comment. Click link in pin comment. Click link in pin
Jumping
comment.
in front of the free
Click
kick
link
taker
in
as he
pin
tried to
comment.
take the set piece,
Click
which
link in
is
pin comment. Click link in pin comment. Click link in
I
pin
think that's
comment.
his last chance to
Click
leave
link in
Thomas
pin
Partey.
comment. Click link in pin 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 comment.
And the body traveling to papa. Not chances upon chances, opportunities. I have passed through in China to function in him. After the body, I'm going to come for the honor. And I have a different approach to them. They go and take the approach. 7 minutes in the approach. If you have people upon to your question, now you're going to come for sale. It's just a hard year in the papa. How you know what, papa? I put him on the phone so that I don't know papa. I'm going to get miscommunication. That's somebody phone, somebody miscommunicating. It's your mess. Watch your phone up in the corner so that we Mali Branch and one.
To me, General Center, I want to put yourself home. And coach, you can't do that.
Beautiful switch of play to the right hand side.
It is a man who is a Ghana troop, you're not at all. When I participate. Oh, lovely. Mali. Hey, Messi Minimpan. When you bought papa. When you're proper number 8. But Pia Honomo Kamara Pia Bonaco Muhammad Kamara was Jenny D and I saw the Bona Coche Ghana saw the Bona Coche Yakite Dante Piavala Sina Kulipali Gibona Konechi Kamara, look at the pass now. Mali on the move, Mali Diatum, hey Mali Derby. Oh, lovely from the Chikali. Fabono, Kudus, Bono a free kick. Bono a free kick. Yapodia Chamali, Amadou Dante. Kamara, what's the Kudus at the Negufem? Muhammad Kamara. Kudus, Muhammad, and then the near play so far, no one gave him. Sina Karama Tora Mospe Born Alexander Jiku Sina Karama Fenabache or Pia Bona Kama Gideon Mesa upon the board the mouse say you born at Jordan and you born a finish him. Refugee Antoine gave us so Antoine Semignon a Coco Biafisi more now Ghana and Econ Kudus one ever say Kudus Pobi the Bonamano with Jadama Kalividenchi what to cross another be. Mali for no more per earlier free kick. When you complain, referee that we mean to make you boy free kick and farmer. Corner, you're born in 10 times so Kudus Mohammed, Kudus Person Bonnie Kelly no. Now what Chibako, what two cross and I say goalkeeper, what Pierre be Bono, now Pate, Jabona Gideon Mensa, Mensa Jordan Ojo, Mensa Jordan Ojo, Maestro Ojo, pass the ball free Jordan a Jabona Conetti. The man Gideon Mensa you born Abanachi, Ghana Krabono, Salisu Muhammad, Body Mamanako, Jabona Koma, Ajate Jonas, Caleb Jirenchi, FC Northland, Ujama Kwasisibo, Sibo the pass now to Mali for defending on the line saboting. Apotain born here towing. And you throw Edema Ghana Semignon, or say touch, or Kwanama touch it. Bamana kwa no asansan basa tactics no ayebibia ho no say center referee woko Ghana box ni mu ase Mali for box ni bibia simu goalkeeper Jiku Diara ase ni so ebiri ni kakra wo firi mu so di anka yepa wonim go dapa papa when him go da Jiku Jara Mali Kabita Bamako.
And when Ghana do penetrate the defensive line, Mali just looks to have that little bit of quality in defense to deal with those attacks. Yeah, it's going to be something special, I believe, to penetrate the defensive line. Who's only see that 4 goals thus far. With that man that you see there, Diarra, seems to be taking a bit of a breather.
Well, while there's a goalkeeping injury to the man who plays in Tanzania with young Africans, 30-year-old Njigwe Diarra. Opportunity for the Ghanaian coach Otto Edo to have a chat to Antoine Semenyo. And as we spoke about earlier on, one would anticipate that having scored 6 goals in his qualifying campaign, that Jordan Ayew would play as the number 9, but he doesn't. He just plays wide on that left-hand side. This is an opportunity that came earlier on for Kudus, and the punch away by the keeper, and it seemed to be caught in the process of going down.
Well, he did ever so well. A fantastic cross from Kudus, just a chip in there. Any golfer would be proud of that chip, but the keeper did so well. He realized he couldn't catch it, and he did what good keepers do. He punched it.
Ball up to the back post. Must have been some contact with the keeper there somewhere, in theory. Hard to see anything there. Certainly it's hard to see anything worth delaying the game for anyway. Midway through the first half, unsurprisingly, 0-0 here. Unorthodox throwing technique, but it seemed to work. Getting the ball down the line. Kudus eventually crowded out, but now ball well won by Sibo. In anticipated well. Semenyo immediately 2 green shirts on it. And there is some little bit too biting in the tackle. Sorry, Jordan Ayew. The man getting felled there.
Click link in pin comment.
Both of them haven't lived up to expectation. Both of them have been mediocre, to say the least. You need to beat that first line of defense. And I think Kudus didn't do that, but he has been able to get a corner for Ghana.
Second corner for the Black Stars, taken by Jordan Ayew, close to the goalkeeper, and any touch there with the keeper. He came and then he stopped and he hesitated and he didn't jump for the ball, and that was huge trouble for Mali right there.
He was very indecisive there. You know, when a keeper comes, he has to come all the way. But I think his own player there got in his way, and I think that stopped him from getting to the ball. So it was Dieng that obstructed him at a very critical moment.
No damage done, however, as far as the Malian defense was concerned, and slowly but surely we're seeing Ghana changing into second gear, maybe even further than that. Aliou Dieng, the captain of Mali, with a lovely ball through the middle. That's a late challenge from Jonas Jeje. Yellow card for him as well, and maybe adjudged to being a professional foul from the 21-year-old who plays for Basel in Switzerland.
Well, I tell you, he knew exactly what he was doing. He realized that he had to make that foul and potentially deny Mali of a very promising attack. There you see, misjudged the bounce, and when he realized that he had misjudged the bounce and Sina Yoko was in his stride, he made that foul.
Confirmation of the yellow card then to the Ghanaian number 4, Jonas Ajete.
I mean, just look at that crowd. Really a full house. Ghana have got the entire nation behind them.
Expectations are high for Ghana to win this encounter. And if they do win, they go 3 points clear of Madagascar. And Mali would have basically shot their bolt, so to speak, because Ghana would be on 19 points and leaving Mali on 12. 2 matches remaining, 7 points difference. Mali can't qualify. And that would be crucial for this group, because that's at least one of the contenders knocked out of the mix. The Comores and Madagascar, the island sides are still very much prominent as far as contending to knock Ghana off their perch. However, yeah, that still has to happen, but I must say I've been very impressed with Madagascar and Comores in this qualifying group. Yerensky, nice defending from Amadou Dante. Ghana trying to spring a trap here. Yerensky playing the ball early. Kudus. And Yerensky not able to contrive a passage through to the goal of Diarra.
This Mali defense has been drilled to perfection. You know, whenever you think Ghana is going to be able to penetrate, they are so solid in defense that they deny them any clear-cut opportunities. With the quality that you have Partey, you have Kudus, you have Ayu, you have Semenyo. Surely they would be able to create more chances, but this Mali defense is saying no, that's not going to happen.
Third corner kick for the Black Stars. The player that's gone down for Mali. I don't see any yellow jerseys around him, but referee is pointing towards Alexander Jiku, based in Turkey with Fenerbahce, and Ghana claiming that there's a bit of antics going on there from the Malian player that's gone down. Coach Tom St. Fitz claiming that there was an elbow thrown in there on Mohamed Kamara. Important part of the midfield. Kamara is a crucial link player for Mali, has proven to be so in the opening nearly half an hour.
Well, in these games you're going to have that type of niggle. Possibly not much, but Mali is going to milk every opportunity to get a Ghanaian player into the book.
Well, the yellow card has gone to a Ghanaian player, got himself into the book. Nice header away by Mali. Mensah straight back in again. Chance for Ayu. He's claiming a deflection. Doesn't get the goal, doesn't get the deflection.
Well, it looks like there was a bit of a deflection. The captain for the night, Ayu, so much on his shoulders. And I mean, the time has just flown by. We're already almost 30 minutes into this encounter, and we haven't had any clear-cut chances created. Both Diarra and Asari haven't been tested.
Kudus, beautifully back from Kudus. Not able to hold on to the second touch. And a good positioning as well from Amadou Dante to prevent the Ghanaian left winger from causing any further problems. And they come forward again. This is Kwasi Sibo. Now Ajete. Sibo again. Closed down momentarily by Lassine Seneyoko. Forward by Salisu, and they're getting numbers forward here. Ghana, and it's looking very positive for the Black Stars. Look where Thomas Partey finds himself back to Sibo, and he'd love to score on debut. Sibo leaves the ball for his captain. Partey. There's a bit of width available if he needs it from Ajete. And that was a good piece of defending initially from Lassana Coulibaly. And he's pulled off his feet by Jete. He's already on a yellow card.
Guys, on a yellow card, he feels he was impeded on. He felt there was a bit of obstruction, and rightfully so. The referees didn't see it as such. But an excellent passage of play from Ghana. They kept the ball. What lacked was that verticality, that forward pass. But we must compliment Ghana for some good interpassing and patience in that build-up. They just need to complement it with some good forward play.
Just over half an hour played in Accra. No goals for either side. As we said, a draw for either side will have Ghana 1 point ahead of Madagascar, who will be then a further point ahead of the Comores, and Mali on 13 points, and 6 points remaining in the last 2 rounds. And yeah, you want to watch Group I, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Anytime Group I is on your telly, you better be in front of the set.
Well, it looks like it's going to go to the wire, Kev. I mean, if you look at it, nothing to choose between the top 3 teams.
Foul by Kudus on Lassana Coulibaly. The number 11's back on his feet though, no damage done.
But in saying that, if Ghana win their remaining games, they would still end up on the top of this log. But you don't want that.
Well, we'll have to look at the fixtures coming up, because Ghana are away against the Central African Republic and home against the Comores. Madagascar are away against the Comores and away against Mali. So Madagascar have the toughest task as far as qualification is concerned, and maybe the Comores will sneak in and cause some problems, but whatever it is, it's going to be interesting. Mali play Madagascar. Mali play against Chad, who they beat by 3 goals to 1 in round 1. Never over till it's over. Sibo loses possession. Forward by the captain Aliou Dieng in his controlling midfield role alongside of Mohamed Kamara. Now all of a sudden there's a little bit of width, and nicely cut out by Alexander Djikou. Forward by Gideon Mensah. This is Jordan Ayew, and anytime Jordan Ayew is in possession, there's a bit of expectation from the fans, even when he's behind the halfway line.
What a quality play is dispossess his opponent. Look how he cuts ahead, forcing a foul from behind.
Free kick taken by Mohamed Salisu. Jonas Achete. Alexander Djikou. Now the attacking players looking forward, and one of those is Caleb Jerensky, just 19 years old. Plays for Nordsjælland in Norway. I tell you what, I've been mighty impressed with him. Impressed with him against Chad, impressed with him tonight as well. Confidence, skill on the ball. Forward by Salisu for Ghana. Right on the edge of his area. Diarra does well in front of Semenyo.
Seems to have been a foul there on Ayew. He's been on the receiving end of the Malian defense. We spoke about Jerensky, doesn't do much wrong. I suppose that was the first wayward pass. You see Otto there having a big conversation with his team. You know, it's all about the pressure this game brings. He wants the cushion. He wants to win tonight, to create a bit of a cushion between him and the chasing pack.
Nicely kept in play by Mensah. Oh, look at the skill here from Jordan Ayew, giving Salim Diakite a little bit of a hard time.
And you can see the fans there in appreciation for the class that Ayew brings to this match.
And now they switch it over to the right-hand side with the Jete. Kudus, the target man. Nicely knocked away, though, by Siku Niakite, the 26-year-old who plays in Portugal with Sporting Braga. Sinayoko, not a great first touch from Kamara. And still both teams continue to play enterprising, pressing, prizing, testing football tonight in Accra. Spoken about the incredible importance of the points here. Neither side giving anything away at this early stage of this match. Diarra, cool, calm and collected, and a little bit of pressure. There wasn't that much scrutiny on him. I think that Ghana had probably anticipated they was going to hoop the ball down the field of play. Now Dieng's done nicely here for the visitors.
Very promising vertical pass there. This is what I think both teams are looking to do. Seeing a bit of an over-robust tackle there. But keeping possession is one thing. Penetration is going to win the game for either of these two teams. Here we see a very late tackle on Mensah. This man here, Sinayoko, but over robust. What a fantastic touch.
Sibo, a little bit too strong though for Antoine Semenyo.
As much as the attention is on Ayew, Semenyo is the type of player that can come in and sneak that opener. Mali need to keep an eye on him. I think both teams have demonstrated that they have the pedigree and the quality to play entertaining football. And all it means is that they're going to look for one lapse of concentration from either of these defenses to capitalize on the opener.
Away by Diakite, Dieng. And when they do have possession, Mali look particularly good on the ball. However, most of it's behind the halfway line. The ball had to be swept away rather quickly there by Diarra. And Niakite comes under a little bit of scrutiny. Fortunately, Dante switched on to the prospect. That's a lovely ball played between the two defenders. And suddenly it opens up a whole big prospect here. Sinayoko looking for Koulibaly. Foul from the 29-year-old based in Italy with Lecce. And a little bit of an intent to get on to things as quickly as possible from Jonas Ajete. I thought he was a little bit naughty myself.
Well, I tell you, Koulibaly and company, some enterprising football there, great interplay. I feel a bit of a was there a foul? I suppose, to some extent. But I must compliment the Malian team for some very good quality play from defense, building up with that ladder along the side, and unfortunately at the end Koulibaly not able to get that final touch on goal.
They'll try again. Same man, Semenyo has been the go-to man in front of posts. Yerensky. This is Pate. Oh, the whistle came a little bit late from the referee. Mali, I don't think will be too happy with that. I don't think you can dispute that there was a foul, and that's why Kamori Doumbia is looking at the referee and saying, "Oh, please make the call a little bit earlier."
Now you can't argue it was a foul. even though it was the slightest of touches. He impeded Partey. Referee's not taking any nonsense. You can see a Partey. He's clipped him, even though he feels there wasn't too much in that particular tackle. It is a foul.
The referee was some distance away in a very much more central role as the free kick gets pushed in. Talking about pushing, there is a little bit of that in that penalty area as well, and Lassana Koulibaly is the victim of a little bit of over-enthusiasm from Thomas Partey. But it's nice to see the fortitude in which Ghana have approached this encounter, and it's good to see the players that have been brought back, like the Salisus and the Parteys, and how Sibo settled down on debut here in the Ghanaian first team.
Well, when your nation calls, you come. And it's of national pride that the likes of Partey, Salisu come and assist in ensuring qualification for that World Cup. That is the first of its kind between 3 different countries. Okay, 42 minutes of some good enterprising football. Just lacked that cutting edge in the attacking thirds of both these teams.
Might see some of that cutting edge now. It's a lovely ball through the middle, and the referee again has blown just a little on the late side.
Well, he's looking for the advantage. In fairness to the referee, I think he's done an excellent job, and people must understand that he wants to see if the attacking team benefits, and when he sees that doesn't happen, that's when he blows for a foul, which he's done there.
It has been questioned on both times that referee Koulibaly has hesitated, and the goalkeeper Jigwi Diarra across to his bench, looking rather animated. Partey trying to prevent the Malian free kicks, suggesting maybe they've stolen 1.5 millimeters.
Yeah.
Pressure on Benjamin Azare, conceded that late goal against Chad just 4 days ago. We are now in the final minute of regulation time at the Aircraft Sports Stadium. Kamori Dumbuya on the ball. There's a left-footed option as well, probably from Amadou Dante. Oh, a little bit of a bubble, but Azare held on. There wasn't any real pressure after the initial kick anyway from Mali.
Well, it was straight at him. He made a bit of a meal of it. A goalkeeper of his caliber should have taken it much easier. But I suppose there's some nerves in this encounter, and we need to give the players some space in ensuring that they feel comfortable.
Kudus taking on Lassana Koulibaly. Kudus holds on to possession beautifully. Opportunity on the turn, wide by Antoine Semenyo. Best chance of the game so far after that wayward shot from Jordan Ayew, and the skill of Kudus on the right-hand side, absolutely unbelievable.
Well, I tell you, Semenyo there took his time pulling the trigger. Brilliant run here from Kudus. Look at him go. Gets to the byline, that cutback. I suppose the turn from Semenyo was a little bit too much. He should have received with the left foot and struck the ball with the right foot instead of trying to turn. There you see him turning. I suppose he wanted to wrong foot the defender Fofana there, but I think Fofana at the end did ever so well to block that effort.
Yeah, I thought Mamadou Fofana did a particularly good job. 2 minutes added on to the end of the first half by the South African referee Koulibaly. And we are very nearly at the end of the first one of those. A little flick on here from Koulibaly. No damage done to the Ghanaian defence. Young coach Farouk, it's been very much a match of even Stevens. The possession probably evenly shared, and certainly the opportunities as well. I would suggest that Ghana maybe with those 2 opportunities had something better from that point of view. And we have a look at the stats. It'll say that possession pretty much 50-50.
Well, they cancelled each other out, Kev, and I think to some extent they need to create more chances in the second half if they want to go for all 3 points. But you don't throw caution to the wind. They've given each other the respect required from both of these nations. Both have demonstrated some excellent football, lacking that cutting edge. But I think with 45 minutes to go, Kev, we're going to hopefully see some goals.
Mali's never qualified for the FIFA World Cup finals. They have qualified for Morocco at the end of this year in the African Cup of Nations finals, top of Group I, where we are at the moment in the World Cup qualification, as all the party blows for half-time here. And just on that note, Ghana, with bottom of Group F in the African Cup of Nations qualifications, they won't be going to Morocco, but they'll be hoping to go to the World Cup. And those 2 campaigns almost being played at the same time, so just how you play so badly in one competition and not in the other, I don't know. Ghana 0, Mali 0. It's half-time in Accra.
إلى خارج أرضية الميدان من اللاعب رقم 2 عبد العزيز. نعم، عبد العزيز الذي يحترف في الدوري المصري يسدد كرة إلى خارج أرضية الميدان. كانت أن تكون أفضل لو كان سدد على المرمى مباشرة، لكن كرة غانته الفرصة وكرة إلى خارج أرضية الميدان.
La frappe d'Abdelaziz qui passe à côté, c'est l'une des premières occasions des Tchadiens et ça va repartir derrière avec Opoku. Opoku qui va chercher Williams. Il y a 2 garçons qu'il faut les surveiller de près du côté du Ghana, Koudous et Williams. Et voilà, il cherche Williams. Williams qui va revenir chercher un appui derrière, qui va chercher, trouver Opoku. Opoku, on joue un peu derrière Menza. Menza du côté ghanéen des Black Stars qui repartent avec Adjeti. Adjeti qui va servir de l'autre côté.
Look particularly good on the ball. However, most of it's behind the halfway line. The ball had to be swept away rather quickly there by Diarra. And Niakite comes under a little bit of scrutiny. Fortunately, Dante switched on to the prospect. That's a lovely ball played between the 2 defenders. And suddenly it opens up a whole big prospect here. Siniyoko looking for Koulibaly. Foul from the 29-year-old based in Italy with Lecce. And a little bit of an intent to get on to things as quickly as possible from Jonas Ojete. I thought he was a little bit naughty myself.
Well, I tell you, Koulibaly and company, some enterprising football there, great interplay. I feel a bit of was there a foul, I suppose, to some extent, but I must compliment the Malian team for some very good quality play from defense, building up with that ladder along the side, and unfortunately at the end Koulibaly not able to get that final touch on goal.
We'll try again. Same man, Semenyo has been the go-to man in front of posts. Yerensky. This is Pate. Oh, the whistle came a little bit late from the referee. Mali, I don't think will be too happy with that. I don't think you can dispute that there was a foul, and that's why Kamori Doumbia is looking at the referee and saying, "Oh, please make the call a little bit earlier."
Yeah, you can't argue it was a foul, even though it was the slightest of touches. He impeded He impeded Partey. Referee's not taking any nonsense. You can see Partey. He's clipped him. Even though he feels there wasn't too much in that particular tackle, it is a foul.
The referee was some distance away in a very much more central role as the free kick gets pushed in. Talking about pushing, there is a little bit of that in that penalty area as well, and Lassana Koulibaly is the victim of a little bit of over-enthusiasm from Thomas Partey. But it's nice to see the fortitude in which Ghana have approached this encounter, and it's good to see the players that have been brought back, like the Salisus and the Parteys, and how Sibo settled down on debut here in the Ghanaian first team.
Well, when your nation calls, you come. And it's of national pride that the likes of Partey, Salisu come and assist in ensuring qualification for that World Cup. That is the first of its kind between 3 different countries. Okay, 42 minutes of some good enterprising football. Just lack the cutting edge in the attacking thirds of both these teams.
Might see some of that cutting edge now. It's a lovely ball through the middle, and the referee again has blown just a little on the late side.
Well, he's looking for the advantage. In fairness to the referee, I think he's done an excellent job, and people must understand that he wants to see if the attacking team benefits. And when he sees that doesn't happen, that's when he blows for a foul, which he's done there.
It has been questioned on both times that referee Koulibaly has hesitated, and the goalkeeper Jigwi Diarra across to his bench, looking rather animated. Partey trying to prevent the Malian free kicks, suggesting maybe they've stolen 1.5 millimeters.
Yeah.
Pressure on Benjamin Asare, conceded that late goal against Chad just 4 days ago. We're now in the final minute of regulation time at the Aircraft Sports Stadium. Kamori Dumbuya on the ball. There's a left-footed option as well, probably from Amadou Dante. Oh, a little bit of a bubble, but Asare held on. There wasn't any real pressure after the initial kick anyway from Mali.
Well, it was straight at him. He made a bit of a meal of it. A goalkeeper of his caliber should have taken it much easier. But I suppose there's some nerves in this encounter, and we need to give the players some space in ensuring that they feel comfortable.
Kudus taking on Lassana Koulibaly. Kudus holds on to possession beautifully. Opportunity on the turn, wide by Antoine Semenyo. Best chance of the game so far after that wayward shot from Jordan Ayew, and the skill of Kudus on the right-hand side, absolutely unbelievable.
Well, I tell you, Semenyo there took his time pulling the trigger. Brilliant run here from Kudus. Look at him go. Gets to the byline, that cutback. I suppose the turn from Semenyo was a little bit too much. He should have received with the left foot and struck the ball with the right foot instead of trying to turn. Here you see him turning. I suppose he wanted to wrong foot the defender Fofana there, but I think Fofana at the end did ever so well to block that effort.
Yeah, I thought Mamadou Fofana did a particularly good job. 2 minutes added on to the end of the first half by the South African referee, Luke Koulibaly. And we are very nearly at the end of the first one of those. A little flick on here from Koulibaly. No damage done to the Ghanaian defence. Yeah, and Coach Farouk, it's been very much a match of even Stevens. The possession probably evenly shared, and certainly the opportunities as well. I would suggest that Ghana maybe with those 2 opportunities had something better from that point of view. And we have a look at the stats. It'll say that possession pretty much 50-50.
Well, they cancelled each other out, Kev. And I think to some extent, they need to create more chances in the second half if they want to go for all 3 points. But you don't throw caution to the wind. They've given each other the respect required from both of these nations. Both have demonstrated some excellent football, lacking that cutting edge. But I think with 45 minutes to go, Kev, we're going to hopefully see some goals.
Mali's never qualified for the FIFA World Cup finals. They have qualified for Morocco at the end of this year in the African Cup of Nations final.
For the home side, they're able to give a bit of glimpse of hope, and they're up in their stands. Ryan Ogam pulls one back at full time. It's Gambia that win by 3 goals to 1 against Kenya.
Et on reprend, on revient, on cherche un appui. Les Ghanéens, ils tournent entre eux avant de chercher peut-être le bon pied de Ayou. Attention à cette bagarre entre Opoku et le milieu tchadien Tchaouna. Et ça joue encore avec, ça tourne du côté de Adeti et Mensa. Les Ghanéens ne sont pas pressés. Ils passent tout leur temps à jouer entre eux, ça se combine bien. On va chercher aujourd'hui Williams. Williams, qu'est-ce qu'il est en train de faire? Oh là 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 là. Et là, c'est un centre qui passe en touche. Ça va permettre aux Tchadiens de se relancer.
هذه كانت كرة للاعب ويليامز لاعب اتلتيك بلباو، اخرج كرة الى خارج ارضية الميدان، والان تماس في تنفيذ دياب ميشيل في الاتجاه الاخر في الجانب اليساري. الان تعطى لديه الكرة. هنا المحاولة التي كانت لويليامز، فعلا حاول وسدد كرة لكن لم تجد الكرة الشخص المناسب، وكرة الى خارج ارضية الميدان. كرة تلعب لصالح المنتخب الوطني. حذاري من هذه الاخطاء. هل احتسب الحكم؟ نعم، احتسب الحكم مخالفة لصالح المنتخب الوطني، وربما لصالح المنتخب الوطني. نعم، الكرة لنا لا زالت ديمبا يترك الكرة. نعم، محاولة الآن. هنا كانت المخالفة حتى قبل من البداية كانت للاعب رقم 4 أجي. الآن كرة لصالح المنتخب الوطني. تشوبلاو كالعادة في تنفيذ الكرة يلعبها للأمام. كرة بلا عنوان لصالح أسير حارس المنتخب الغاني. كرة تعود لمينسا. مينسا يمتاز بطول القامة والقوة، لكن لن يعفيه اليوم. سيحاول هارون تشاونا وأصحابه من أجل العودة في النتيجة بمباراة وتقديم أفضل ما يمكن. كرة للاتجاه الآخر لصالح المنتخب الغاني. تعود من قدوس، تعود من جديد، تعود للدفاع. مينسا كالعادة في التماس الكرة والتوزيع. مينسا يلعب للأمام. تعود من جديد لقدوس إن صح القول. نعم، وكرة محاولات أخرى للمنتخب الغاني للتقدم للأمام. الدفاع يتصدى وكرة بلا عنوان تعود من جديد لصالح المنتخب الغاني. نلعب في الدقيقة 8 من الشوط الأول في لقاء
Assel Balkerim, Otto Addo a dit que la pelouse synthétique du Tchad ne lui permet pas de faire bien jouer ses joueurs, alors que c'est eux qui, depuis quelques minutes, dominent. Les Tchadiens reviennent avec Dia qui va servir de l'autre côté. Abdelaziz qui est derrière. On va jouer avec Thiam, Baogossou. Baogossou, qu'est-ce qu'on est en train de faire? On tourne du côté des Tchadiens avec Waris.
Mali look particularly good on the ball. However, most of it's behind the halfway line. The ball had to be swept away rather quickly there by Diarra. And Niakite comes under a little bit of scrutiny. Fortunately, Dante switched on to the prospect. That's a lovely ball played between the two defenders. And suddenly it opens up a whole big prospect here. Siniyoko looking for Koulibaly. Foul from the 29-year-old based in Italy with Lecce. And a little bit of an intent to get on to things as quickly as possible from Jonas Ojete. I thought he was a little bit naughty myself.
Well, I tell you, Koulibaly and company, some enterprising football there, great interplay. I feel it was a bit of was there a foul, I suppose, to some extent, but I must compliment the Malian team for some very good quality play from defense, building up with that ladder along the side, and unfortunately at the end, Koulibaly not able to get that final touch on goal.
They'll try again. Same man, Semenyo. He's been the go-to man in front of posts. Yerensky. This is Partey. Oh, the whistle came a little bit late from the referee. Mali, I don't think will be too happy with that. I don't think you can dispute that there was a foul, and that's why Kamori Doumbia is looking at the referee and saying, "Oh, please make the call a little bit earlier."
Yeah, you can't argue it was a foul, even though it was the slightest of touches. He impeded Partey. Referee's not taking any nonsense. You can see Partey, he's clipped him, even though he feels there wasn't too much in that particular tackle. It is a foul.
In Ghana, it is Ghana against Mali, Group I, with 17 points on a live table, if you put it that way. Madagascar in second with 16, Comores in third with 15 points, and then Mali with 13. The other two competitors in the group, the Central African Republic and Chad, already having been eliminated from possible qualification for the greatest show on earth. However, as we saw against Ghana in the Chad match last week, they can be spoilers, they can spoil a party, they can come up and deny big teams valuable points, and that's exactly what Chad did with Ekwa in the 88th minute of that encounter in round number 7. And is that going to come back and bite Ghana? Because 2 points at any stage and 2 points against the side at the bottom of the table that haven't earned a point up to that stage in qualification is really quite a criminal situation. Ghana absolutely dominant on that evening, and having spoken to a Ghanaian journalist a little bit earlier on tonight, I was asking him, but what is the situation? How come did it reach such a stage as far as that is concerned? And Anu Adams is the gentleman I'm talking about. The African journalist said to me, just not good enough in African Cup of Nations qualification. Well, they're looking good enough here in World Cup qualification, and therefore, this turnaround is quite impressive from that point of view. The fans seem to be having a pretty good time here at the Accra Sports Stadium as the match referee from South Africa, Koulibaly, gets us underway for the second 45. Ghana, playing in yellow, will attack the goal to the left-hand side of your screen, while Mali, in the green and white, will play from left to right during the course of this 45 minutes. And being a match in the qualifying stage of a major competition, we haven't reached the stage where we have extra time and penalties. Just straight 90 minutes. 3 points for a win, 1 each for a draw. And then have a look at the log table, which at the moment, as I said, has Ghana 1 point clear of Madagascar, 1 point clear of Comores, etc., etc. But I'm sure you can pick that up on one of the many apps that you can get live scores from. And we also like to utilize those occasionally in the comment box. There's any 2 matches that are taking place at the moment. The other match is Libya versus Eswatini, former Swaziland, and Libya leading Eswatini by 2 goals to 0. In that encounter, it's in Group D, and if Libya win that, they'll go to 14 points and make it ever tighter in that group as well. But Cape Verde and Cameroon still have to play at the top teams.
Higher press coming here from Mali. Haven't seen much of that in the first period. Dayu then just fouled on halfway, wins a foul for his side. Pass to Siba. Now out over onto that right flank. Urenki, another who saw a lot of the ball in the first 20 minutes or so. Flattered to deceive, though. Some poor decisions in possession, rather ruining some good opportunities. But he's got an opportunity here. Now he can put a good ball in. Oh, and he's hit the crossbar and eventually turn behind for a corner. Well, surely that's not what Caleb Urenki was trying there. The Nordulant fullback. The initial thought is it was a cross went wrong, but my word, the keeper had to turn that one onto the crossbar. It turned into a brilliant save from Chigui Diarra. And now the corner comes into the back post and he's fumbled it. And there's the opener. Ghana have taken the lead. It's Alexander Jiku. Moments after the goalkeeper Diarra turned a speculative shot onto the crossbar, the resulting corner has seen Ghana take the lead. The keeper coming off his line, flapping quite frankly, and turned it at the back post. By Alexander Jiku. Brought into the side, the Fenerbahce centre-back. And a change from a back four to a back three. And it appears to be paying dividends. Let's have another look here. Corner comes in, keeper comes for it, misjudges it completely, and just bundled in at the back post.
Guys, link is pinned in the comment. Click there to watch live. Click the pinned comment. That's
basically got to ask the question, why didn't he do better? He wasn't impeded in any way, Kev.
Didn't look like he was impeded. The closest man to him was Mohamed Salisu. The closest man to the ball was Alexander Jiku. This is his third international goal for the 32-year-old to 31-year-old who plays in Turkey with Fenerbahce. And even him bursting into the area had to get past a Malian defender. But this is the man of the moment, and a man who quite easily could have Ghana back at the top of the group and back with a meaningful advantage, because that goal means that Ghana are up to 19 points on a live table. And if Mali do lose this match, it would mean with 7 points difference between themselves and Ghana, with 2 matches remaining, Mali would be out of the question. We spoke about that earlier, and leaving only Comoros and Madagascar decides to challenge Ghana for a place in America, Mexico, and Canada. Jiku, the goal scorer, and bustling, hustling goal it was as well. Mali weren't happy that the referee had allowed play to continue, but I tell you what, the man in the picture with his back to us is the captain of Mali.
Well, I tell you, Koulibaly there, going all the way to Urendi, and he fouled him on that edge of the corner flag. Here you see Urenki shielding the ball. He's doing so well. Koulibaly had all the right, but I think a bit over robust at the end. And look at the play acting there from Urenki. He's gone down as if he's been pole axed. This has just brought another vibe to this game. The fans are on their feet, really excited. This is what this goal needed, Kev. I mean, the first half we saw some good enterprising football, but nothing to show for it. This goal has just brought life to this game, and I think that's going to really be a thriller minute from this moment on.
But let's not forget how it all started with that shot from near the halfway line by the right-sided fullback Caleb Urenski, which came back off the crossbar with the goalkeeper all at sea, and that's what led to the corner in the first place. Jordan Ayew took the corner himself at the back post, keeper not able to hold on, and it's not an opportunist goal for Jiku. So the footballing gods all working nicely in favor of the Black Stars in that little brief period of about 2 minutes.
Well, I tell you, this stubborn defense of Mali has been let down, I suppose, by the weakest link in Diarra. Diarra has really let his team down, as you said initially, with that poor goalkeeping, with a shot from distance, and then to follow up with a corner.
On the turn, there was a deflection, and nicely cleared away by Gideon Mensah for Ghana. If Siniyoko had got a bit more purchase on that ball, there might have been trouble for Benjamin Asare. But you can be sure now that Mali going to throw everything at Ghana. This man Kamara, creative force in the midfield with his captain Aliou Dieng. Haven't seen any changes by either Otto Addo or Tom Saintfiet. And Tom Saintfiet will know the situation as it is at the moment. If they lose to Ghana tonight, the campaign, even though there's 2 matches over, and they can be influential in seeing which way the group goes. But if Mali lose tonight, they are out of contention for a direct route to the World Cup finals. However, they could, if they win their last 2 matches, and get some benefit with Comores and Madagascar not making it through, then they could be one of the 4 best second-place teams out of the 9 groups that we have so far. Madagascar at the moment are one of those best 4 groups. I'll give you who the teams are. I'll tell you what, it's almost like a mini African Cup of Nations, almost like a mini World Cup. Cameroon, Senegal, Madagascar, Gabon are the teams in that position. Bit of pressure here on goalkeeper Jigui Diarra. But Madagascar in Group I are one of those teams in the 4 potential best second place qualifying sides, and maybe Mali doesn't even make that situation. So let's have a look at the remaining games for Mali then. Mali to take on Chad in round 9, and even though it's away from home, who knows what could happen in that one. And then the final match is against Madagascar and home, and Madagascar are playing tremendous football at the moment. However, Madagascar's playing the last 2 matches both away from home, against the Comores and against Mali, and both Comores and Mali are contenders in Group I. So I tell you what, this group is just full of potential.
Well, I see Mali winning their last 2 games with all due respect to both of their opponents. But in saying that, they could end up with, what, 18 points, which is not enough if you look at the fact that...
Yeah, they can't win the group if they lose tonight.
Yeah, they can't win the group, but they, as you said, they could go for position number 2, 2 of the...
Yeah.
One of the 4 best top spots. That's the best they can hope for. But it's still not a game that is decided. I do think they're going to throw caution to the wind, which could obviously favor Ghana, with the space left behind and the attacking quality Ghana with Ayew, Kudus, Semenyo. That would be a risk, but a risk worth taking.
Well, I think what's lurking in the back of Ghana's mind at the moment is that 88th goal they conceded against bottom side Chad in the previous match, and if they had to do that tonight, I reckon Coach Otto Addo will be called into an office somewhere in the Ghanaian FA's
I think he'll be fired. I think he'll be fired. I'll tell you why. I don't think a team like this would suffer that fate twice.
Kudus suddenly out on the left-hand side. The ball took a deflection, I think, of the captain Dieng. And again, there's protest from Mali, who didn't think that their skipper had flicked the ball away. I certainly did think so.
Well, he did extremely well, and it's just quality defending from Dieng. He kept close to him, he marshaled him, and he ensured that he didn't have a clear shot on target. Great defending by Dieng.
Kudus has been mighty influential tonight. Semenyo to Ayew. Big players waiting in the penalty area, including Thomas Partey. Keeper comes out and punches Partey with possession, goes on the acrobatic route. Still an opportunity for Ghana. And again, instead of concentrating on clearing the ball, there's a couple of defenders from Mali that are protesting to the far side assistant referee instead of concentrating on the play at hand. It's a curious way of defending.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. And the thing is, the leadership from the keeper is not that convincing as well. He's coming out, he came out with that particular cross, wasn't convincing enough.
Ghana lead by a goal to nil. 12 minutes into the second half, in front of the adoring home supporters. Just to remind you that Ghana have never lost to Mali in a World Cup qualification encounter. And just to tell you as well that out of the 9 groups, 2 teams, only 2 out of the 9 with 2 matches remaining. As we watch this little parry forward, good work done by Jonas Ejete defensively in front of Lassana Coulibaly. But only 2 teams, or 2 teams so far with 2 matches remaining in all of the groups. That'll come to an end tomorrow, and maybe we'll have some more qualified. 2 teams are qualified for the FIFA World Cup finals. In Group E, Morocco. In Group H, Tunisia. As Mali look to make their first change. Isn't going to happen before their first corner. Incredibly, 58 minutes into the match, and Mali have their first corner. They're going to make a double change here by the look of things. It's going to be Doucouré who's going to make way in one of the changes. And Lassana Koulibaly as well. And on in their place then will come the number 10, Guasu Diarra, and Nene Dogeles. Dogeles, don't forget, scored against the Comores in their previous match, just in round 7. So understandably why the number 7 will be on, and immediately Dogeles has a touch. Caleb Urensky, Pote, with the numbers forward here for the Black Stars. I'm not sure that ball was played into the right area. It's just bisected Gideon Mensah and Jordan Ayew. Dugeles Nene.
Look at that defensive structure that Ghana has put up. Proactive defending, marking in advance, not allowing Mali to settle. And I suppose the fear in their minds is not to concede late in this game. There's still 30 odd minutes to go. Lots of work for Ghana. I suppose a cushion goal will be extremely welcoming for this Ghanaian team. That's their ticket to the World Cup.
Nene playing just wide here on the right-hand side. Played at Red Bull Salzburg, and he's moved over to Fenerbahce since then. Oh, that's a rather dismal-looking pass from Salim Diakite, the right-sided fullback. We've had an hour of football in Accra. The home side lead by a goal to nil. This could be a turning point for Ghana.
They need to ensure that they don't lose concentration. You know, this is not a team, Mali, that you can take lightly. They know what is at stake, Mali. They know losing tonight will basically say to them, you don't have that automatic route to the World Cup final. So yeah, they're going to look to do everything in their power.
Referee having a chat to Jordan Ayew. Something happening that referee's not happy with and needs to be sorted out. Tom Steinfeet, in the meantime, in discussion with the 4th official. And play will continue with a clearance from Caleb Urensky. Good touch from Kwasi Sibo. Urensky under a little bit of pressure. Nice turn to Partey. And Mali applying pressure with the man and ball at the same time, sort of theory. Mensah into no man's land. Can't afford to commit those sort of mistakes. In the meantime, Nene not able to keep the ball in play. Looks like a dynamic sort of character. Left out of the starting lineup today for Fode Doucouré, whose place he has taken. Other players come on. Diarra, only his 3rd appearance for the national side. Plays at Feyenoord in the Netherlands. Used to play at Istanbul Spor in 24-25 in Turkey. Signed recently with Feyenoord in the Netherlands, a 22-year-old. And he's a striker, and fascinating that he's been given the responsibilities as Nene picks up a foul. Still no changes from Otto Addo. One can understand that, leading by a goal to nil, and a very precarious lead at any stage of the game. Oh, that header forward was brilliant from Sinayoko. The two defenders seemed to be right on him, and still he managed to get the header away. Yes, wide of the target, but I thought it was really well done by the Auxerre player. He's been with the club, by the way, Auxerre, since 2017.
Well,
since he was a junior.
You've mentioned so many quality clubs that these players belong to, which clearly, is testament to what we're witnessing here. Quality football.
Opportunity for Ghana to pile on the pressure. Really good effort as well. I'm not sure why the pass was laid off instead of going for goal, but yeah, it's all very well passing with the left foot. Sometimes it's a bit more difficult to shoot with your weaker boot.
Well, if you don't buy a ticket, you're not going to win the raffle. In that situation, Kev, you take the shot. And whatever happens, happens. Can you imagine if he strikes that ball cleanly into the top corner, Ghana has two goals to the good. I say take the risk. Sometimes players want to walk the ball in. In that instance, it was the case. Passing the responsibility. Take the shot.
Semeno to Mensah. Finds AU. Back to the fullback. Nice patient build-up here by Ghana. And still that final ball doesn't possess really the quality that we expect from a Ghanaian side. And the goal that came was a hustling, bustling effort from the Ghanaian number 23, Alexander Jiku. Dante trying to push forward.
I think the staff of Ghana Air could tell you now, but after
That's a serious tackle. Kudus and Taylor was that sorry. I just nice so. As you know, the first one to go back with Samba. Oh, Muhammad Kudus. Said I branch on the ball now, no so sorry, and also said I be all call. I think and I branch from Muhammad Kudus at a pitch, no so don't present also. Bonnie Kamali meant to the second for it. Mali. Bono Ababadi, Abrantia, Jefono, Camaro, from college, Dumbia, and went the whole off. Bono Sabatre, Bono Ababadi, Aludien, Tien Bakumi, Bono, Mali, attacking training. Mali Abatu, Ghana. Mali Abatu, Ghana. Live on a 94.7 FM, Isha 104.5. Catch you to say complaining who here. One hand any team, one hand Sabi, no be me Bobby. I don't trust 78 one was I don't know idea. That's over 18 goals I consider. Ebu 7, last minute goals. And I show. What now here? Mali Saka, number 70 shattered man. Lasini Sinayoko F number 20. Number 18 is Sangari. Mustafa Adam at the Ama Mali. Guess our properties agency. As a country also pass Asiato, Assassin Mansubiano, Assassin Onmada Koji, the Baton guess up properties, Open Assassin Aero Filling Station, Assassin at the SC Mansion, and I say Open Assassin at the company party and myself, Manina guess up properties. Oh my goodness, guess up properties agency. Oh my goodness. You see, Ghana Fanabia, Shitababia. Ghana Fanababia, Yasitababia, Zero Kumasi, Accra Sunani Brokum, Domain Clo, Face Store 0541 135 464, 0541 135 464, and I say 0249 136 582. Kesa Properties Agency. Amadora Mano Maswasri, Zantua Subana Mali, Malaka Sunasiabi, and Winter Hot Rough.
Kamadin Ebam.
Sulemana.
Kamadin, yes. Obam, yes, offer speaker Kamani Mo. Chama, Efadre.
Baraiko, you're live, our Asafua FM.
Yes.
You know, you're not going to find us live. Our 92.7. Let's know Asafua FM. You can live our home. And I'm facing you're going to chase you can never Birmingham. A whole other Taiwo Lugu. 108 live on in and out for Francis 88 media live. Akosia 88 live. And after Richard, Ominano, our Birmingham, our UK memoir. One more 88 media. I'm just yeah, call America live.
Fantastic. I'm not your command car on the Canadian Tosway. Bonnie, corner kick for Mali. Corner kick for Mali.
Semenyo was so far offside, he didn't even bother trying to get on the end of that. Movement towards the ball, the flag would go up. The moment he made any sort of movement towards the ball, the flag would go up. Into the area. On the volley was Nene. Didn't quite catch hold of it. Smash clear. Everyone behind the ball for Ghana at the moment. Quite in their defensive shape either. 20 minutes to go here. Mali pressing for an equaliser. First substitution incoming then from Otto Ado. Sajeti still the only player on a yellow card in this game, by the way. Ghana Sajeti, Basel-based defender.
You're not going to win the raffle. In that situation, Kev, you take the shot. And whatever happens, happens. Can you imagine? He strikes that ball cleanly into the top corner and has two goals to the good. I say take the risk. Sometimes players want to walk the ball in. That instance, it was the case. Passing the responsibility. Take the shot.
Meno to Mensah. Finds AU. Back to the fullback. Nice patient build-up here by Ghana, and still that final ball doesn't possess really the quality that we expect from a Ghanaian side. And the goal that came was a hustling, bustling effort from the Ghanaian number 23, Alexander Jiku. Ante trying to push forward. This is Nyakite. Kamara. Patience again being shown by Mali, and one can understand that. The referee having a chat to